We know that in PDF document we can have a table of content, and that table of content can be interactive. For example, if I click here on this link for year 2016, I will jump to the page with data for year 2016. If I click here, I will go back to my table of content. You can also see that here we have 5 links that lead to the same page, to the page 5. And that is because only this first link will lead to the start of this page, and other links will lead inside of this page. For example, if I click here, I will go to the 3rd quarter. And this PDF document is created based on Cognos report. So I will now go to Cognos and I will create such report. Here first I already have 4 pages. This first page, TFC, is empty. Here we will create our table of content. This second page visualization has 1 visualization, 3rd page has a cross tab, and this 4th page has a list. But I will transform this list into page set. I will select these first 2 columns. I will click here to group them. Then I will select this first column. I will click here and I will create sections. And then I will select sections and I will then add page breaks. And this is our desired layout. Now we can create our table of content. For that, I will go here to TSC page, and from toolbox, from advanced section, I will add table of contents icon. I will add it here, and this table of content has a name, and we can change this name. I will change it to TSC1, and this means that we can have several table of contents in one report. Each of them will have a different name. Now we have to add some entries to this table of content, so I will jump here to this page visualization, and from the toolbox I will drag this icon table of contents entry to header. But header will be now empty. So we have to jump to page design, and only then we will see this icon here. If I select this icon, we will see that this icon is connected to table of contents with the name TSC1. So this page will appear as an entry inside of this table of content. We will do the same in cross-tab page. I will add table of contents entry in header, and then we will go to list. Now for list, I will select this list and I will first unlock it, and then I will add table of contents of entry here before the year, so we can jump to the start of a page, but I will also add it here before the quarter, so that we can jump to the insights of a page. And now we can go back to our TSC page, and we will now see what we have inside of this table of content. If I click here, we will notice that this is one text item, and these text items are organized inside of this table, and this table is inside of this table of contents entry. And now we have to manipulate with these text items in order to create a look for our table of content, just like in this PDF document. So first I will execute this report in PDF format, so we can see what changes do we have to make. We notice that there are no names for these first 2 pages. We have to change the color. There is no this indentation, and we are also missing these numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. So those are the changes that we have to do. So I will go back. First I will select this text item, and here I can type the name of this page, but I will not do that. I will change this to report expression, and then I will use the function page name, so that anytime that when someone changes the name of this page, that will be reflected in my table of content. I will do the same for this second page. I will change this to report expression, and I will use the function page name. Then we have to change the color of this table of content, so I will select it, and then I will go here to foreground color, and I will choose this navy color, and I will add text item here before this quarter, and here I will type 5 spaces, and now we have our indentation. The next step is to add those numbers, and for that we will use layout calculation. So I will create one layout calculation here before this text item, but inside of entry. I will release it, and we will use a special report function with the name TLC heading count. This is it. We have to provide an argument to this function, so I will just type 1 here. For now, I will not explain the meaning of this argument. I will just leave it like this, and then I will click on OK. If we now execute our report in PDF, we will see that we have a problem because there is no gap between the number and the page name. So I will go back and I will modify this formula. First, I will transform this to text. So I will type number to string function to transform this to text, and then I will add a dot and a space. Now this is fixed. Then I will copy this. I will click on Ctrl C on my keyboard. I will select this text item, and then I will click Ctrl V. So I will add the same layout calculation to this second page. I will also do the same here. I will just click Ctrl V to add it here, and on quarter I will click on Ctrl V. And now I will execute my report in PDF. We can see that now we have a dot between a number and a page name, but here we have a problem. I want the main numbers only for full pages, and I want those secondary numbers for these entries that are inside of page. So I don't want here to have 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. I want to have 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3 and so on. So we have to change that. So we will go back, and first I will jump to this list page. I will select this entry, and I will change its heading level. I want to degrade the level of this entry. So I will degrade it to 2. And this is that argument that we have used inside of TLC heading count function. Now we can go back to our TLC, and then we will execute this report in PDF. And we will now see a change. We now have a correct number of pages. We have 6 pages, but we have a problem that this number of pages is just repeated for these minor entries, and we have to fix that. So we will go back, and I will then open this layout calculation, and I will change it. I will first copy all of this with Ctrl C, and then I will paste it here below. And because this should create a number 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, here I will choose second level, so that other level. I will connect these two numbers. I will remove this space here. I will validate this, and I will click on OK. And let's see now, do we have our final look? Yes, now we have 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, and so on. There is one more thing missing. In our PDF document, we also have those links that will get us back to our table of content. So we have to create them too. Inside of our report, we will use Bookmark. And this is Bookmark. So I will drag this icon Bookmark to header of my table of content page. And this will be our destination. So our destination should have a name. For that, we will go here to label. We will click on 3 dots. And here I will give it a name Bookmark TLC. I will click on OK. And then we have to go to all of the pages from which we will jump to this bookmark. So I will go to this page visualization. And here I will add one text item here. Inside of it, I will type some meaningful text. For example, go to TLC. I will click on OK. And now we have to transform this text to a link. And for that, we have to select our text item, and we will go here to drill through definitions. In this dialog, we have to click on plus. We will create a new definition. I will click here to rename it. So I will just rename it drill to bookmark TLC. OK. And then we will go to bookmark tab. We will choose text as our source type. We will click here on 3 dots. And here we have to provide the exact name of our bookmark. And that will be bookmark TLC. OK. And then OK. And now this text item will become a link. We have to select this text item, and we will copy it with Ctrl C. And then we will go to these other pages. So we will go to cross tab. I will paste it here. And I will also paste it here in this list page. I will paste it here. And I want to move this link to the right side. So I will move this to the right. I will do that in each of the pages. So I will move this to the right. And now everything should be correct. I will now save this report and I will run it in PDF format. I will now jump to some of the pages, for example to this page, and here we will find our link. I will click on it and it will get us back to our table of content. Now we saw how our table of content will look like inside of a PDF document. But what about other file formats? Well, this will not work in HTML, it will not work in CSV and XML, but it will work inside of Excel. Here I have one already exported Excel report. This is our table of content in Excel. If I click, for example, here, I will jump directly to some other sheet. We can also go back to this first sheet with this link. So our table of content and bookmark are working in Excel too.